Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa. I am the owner and artist here at the Top Drawer RVA located in Richmond, Virginia. I often shop online auctions because it's a great way to find furniture at an amazing deal, and when I saw this strange little cabinet for under $30, I scooped it up and brought it home with me. Structurally, it's in great condition. It just has a little bit of a failing finish on the top of this piece. So after inspecting it and cleaning with white lightning, I have to think about a color palette for this piece. I do love this original hardware, and I know from previous experience that it's very hard to get off, so I will be painting around it. This piece of furniture is a reproduction piece. It is not old, it is quite new, and this failing finish on the top has to go, so there will definitely be sanding in my future. The inside of this piece is painted in a beautiful red color, so I think that I might be combining that into the paint color somehow. I have to see what will happen after we prep this piece. Also, can we petition auction houses, Goodwills, etc. to stop putting stickers on things? It drives me absolutely bananas. I clean the entire piece inside and out with white lightning or TerraClean, they're the same product, and then did a little bit of temporary repair work on the hardware, making sure all the nails were nice and flat. Then I got out my Surf Prep sander and removed all of that failing finish. I actually scuff sanded the entire piece just to make sure I wasn't missing anything on any parts of the top or sides. To be honest, I do a scuff sand on almost every single project. This helps my paint adhere well to the piece of furniture. When the surface is a little bit rough, your paint will grip just a little bit better. And I will tag this sander in the description below because this sander is amazing for working inside my studio space. It hooks up to my shop vac and I have zero dust and zero debris in my workspace. Let's talk about a little bit of inspiration for this project. Here you're going to see a piece that I painted about 5 years ago. I love this drippy red faded look, so let's recreate it with a little bit of Dixie Belle paint products. I will be mixing, dabbing, dipping, and just putting that paint on in a very rustic fashion for this project. I will add in one color of Terra Clay paint because the Terra Clay paint has the texture that I'm going for, but majority of this piece will be chalk mineral paint. The brushes used on this project will be all of my natural fiber brushes because I'm not going to actually be painting with a smooth stroke. You can see me dabbing on the paint. This is going to create little peaks and valleys and create texture where there wasn't any before. I've kept a separate brush for the reds and one for the blacks. And between the two, along with the spray misting bottle filled with water, I'm going to simply blend the colors together with a dabbing motion. On the bottom part of the piece, along with the inset panels, I will be adding a little bit of that darker onyx to provide a bit of shading and depth to this project. Building up the layers, this is actually a pretty quick process. I did this entire project in about an hour and a half. And don't forget spraying well wet to add in those drippy boho runs on the piece. I continued the same color pattern on the sides of this project as well, and then for the top of the piece I did it entirely in black. This way the black starts out at the top and fades down into the red on the base of this project. When your paint is dry, you're going to want to seal your work. For this project, I used satin clear coat and then I went over the edges with a little bit of black wax as well. You could also use a clear wax to seal in your paint if you prefer. Stippling on your paint and dabbing on your paint creates a little bit of texture where there wasn't any before. This also helps when you hide any tiny little damages that might be on your piece. And I did start off with covering this piece completely in Gator Hide before the satin to dull it a bit and then the wax to dull it even further. Moving along to a little bit of shine, which is the Antique Gold Gilding Wax. I love this color. It's fairly new to Dixie Belle. It's a little bit less shiny than the gold. It's more of a brass tone, and it's going to pull in that hardware really well. And then this little project was finished. It went from a failing finish and one complete color to a bold and fiery makeover. Keeping in with the aesthetic of the piece, I think that this look absolutely is fabulous. You can see that texture in the close-up view right here, how beautiful it is. And yes, I painted over the hardware. It doesn't impede the opening and closing of the cabinet at all. And now this little cabinet matches inside and out 100% with a little bit of Dixie Belle paint products.